We've got one that starts with, according to the text, why have they become popular? We've got one that suggests you've got to work out how someone's feeling. We've got a find and copy a phrase. Can anybody guess what these might be, what these type of questions might be? Ellie?
Inference questions.
Why do you think they might be inference questions?
Because you have to, like, read between the lines and use a bit of imagination.
That's an ace answer, that is. You have to be a bit of a detective with inference. You're not going to find the answer direct in the text. You've got to read it and think, what does that mean? There'll be clues hidden in there. Okay? So, the first one, you've got to use the text to find out why have the wind turbines become more popular. And it's not going to say those exact answers in the text. You've got to see which is the best fit. So, have they become cheaper? Has their design been improved? Have the local councils approved of them? Or is pollution getting worse? Tamjeed's found the answer already. What do you think, Tamjeed?
I think I've told between two, but it could be their design has been an improvement.
Right, if I stop you there, which part of the text made you think that it was their design has been improved?
Because it says that wind farms have been used for many years by countries in both Europe and America since sleeker and quieter models were created.
Right, so if something's sleeker and quieter, does that mean it's better or worse?
Better.
What do you think sleeker means? Something sleeker.
Does it mean like it's thinner so it's not taking as
Yeah,
much space?
it's not as... Have you ever seen a wind turbine? They're great big things, aren't they? On the countryside, you see them turning around. So if they're sleeker, they might be a bit smaller, they won't spoil the view as much. And if they're quieter, the people who live in the vicinity won't complain as much. So does everybody agree with Tamjeed, or has anybody found anything different? What was your other one? Just
Pollution is getting worse
which part of the text led you to believe
because
that might be the answer?
Mr. Bell keeps complaining about and saying we cannot continue creating pollution, so that might mean that the people in around the world are...
You answered your own question there. Which modal verb did Tamjeed just say that says that he used a word there to show that it's his opinion and not he's lifted it off the text? Did you hear him say the word? Did you say might?
Yeah.
It might mean. You can't imagine these answers. We use what's in there. It definitely said they were sleeker and quieter, so I would have gone with that answer. What about the next one then, Reese? Matt Elland. Does he feel angry, hopeful, frightened or uncertain? And when you've decided, I want some evidence from the text to help with your explanation. If you can't find it, Reese, we could use some suggestions. What do you think? Angry, hopeful, frightened or uncertain? If you look there, we've got villager Matt Elland.
I'm feeling angry.
You think he's angry? What makes you think he's angry?
Because he says he's unimpressed.
He does say he's unimpressed, but I think there's a bit more evidence. That's some evidence. Good boy. Ellie?
He says they shouldn't be allowed, and he's like said, so he's quoted what he said, and he doesn't seem very impressed that they're there.
Yeah, you can tell from the words he's using, and it's a quote directly from his mouth that they should not be allowed. So he isn't impressed, is he, at all? He's very angry. We'll do one more. Shall we have this one here? Find and copy a phrase from the text that shows some people find turbines ugly. Oh, Tamjeed.
It said that they're eyesore.
An eyesore, what does that mean? An eyesore. Does that mean they hurt your eyes? What does it mean, William?
Did he mean like ugly?
Yeah, but why do you think they use the word eyesore? What do you think, Alicia?
Is it because like he'll do them in reviews, so they wouldn't want
Yes,
to see?
that's exactly what it means. You use the word eyesore for something that you don't want to look at. It's not pleasant to look at. But in the context of this, if you lived in the countryside and you had a lovely view and all of a sudden somebody came along and put all of these wind turbines in the way, you wouldn't want to look at them, would you? Because they're not green, are they? Like trees, they're not natural. They're generally grey or white painted, so you can understand why they'd be not very happy.